If you think the demolition of houses in Lagos State is about political game or the tribal game, then this video is for you. Because in this session, I'm going to be sharing with you why in recent time there is a wave of demolition of structures in Lagos State. And in this same video, I'm going to share with you how to avoid that while you are embarking on the journey of real estate investment in Lagos State. So stick to the end to clarify your thoughts, to know that it's not about the political game or the tribal issue. Is the reason why the demolition is ongoing in Lagos State and in some parts of the country. One of the reasons as to why there's a massive wave of demolition of structures in Lagos State is the fact that the Lagos State government is undergoing urban restructuring currently in preparation for the coastal road that is about to be started. The coastal road that is going to link Lagos State with the Cross River State. So in preparation for that project, by the way, coastal road is the biggest project that Nigeria has ever done in the history of Nigeria. If you fact check the history, because the coastal road is a 700-kilometer project, and it's going to cost the government 15 trillions of naira to complete this project. There was no project that Nigeria has undergone that cost so much as coastal road that is going to be started any moment from now. So in preparation for the coastal road, the Lagos State government is doing massive restructuring of the city in preparation for that coastal road. And some places that the government marked that the coastal road will be constructed, there are some investors that bought properties in those areas. They started building, they built their structures, they built their business places, and they were like doing their stuff as if the government has abandoning the project that they have, which is the coastal road. Now that the government has started preparing for the construction of coastal road, they started demolition, and one of the victims is the landmark owner, Mr. Paul. One of their big resorts in Lagos State, which is Landmark Resort, part of his resort was demolished, and that is the part that is going to affect the coastal road. In fact, after the demolition, they interviewed the owner of the Landmark group, and he said that they have been hearing that the government are coming, they are going to start the coastal road, and the coastal road is going to pass through their project. They've been hearing the rumors. The man admitted that they have been hearing the rumors that the coastal road is coming and it's likely going to pass through their project, their property. So they demolished part of the Landmark resort, and the people tend to like think it is all about politics or it's about a tribal uh, issue, whereas even the man himself was aware that his property linked with the coastal road, and so many other investors that were affected shared the same story. So it is not about the politics or the tribal stuff. It is about those that bought the properties where the coastal road is going to pass through, that are going to be affected. So if you have the fear that, oh, it's a political stuff, it's a tribal stuff, so I'm not going to buy property in Lagos State again, you are doing yourself, because Lagos State is one of the best place to buy property as an investor, to have great return on investment. In fact, statistics shows that the biggest and the most costly real estate is in Nigeria, and it is in Lagos particularly. What that shows us is the fact that Lagos State is one of the booming location when it comes to real estate in the world, that you as an investor can invest and have great returns on investment. So if you are being skeptical to invest in Lagos State just because of the fact that the demolition is ongoing, then you are doing yourself, because the demolition is not everywhere. It is about the coastal road is going to be passing majorly, though the demolition are going on elsewhere or in other places too, which I'm going to talk about those ones too. So the very first reason is why there is demolition in the state is because of the fact that government are restructuring the city in preparation for the coastal road that is coming. The second reason why there is massive demolition in Lagos State is the fact that there are some irregular structures that some investors have built without proper planning. Where there is canal, they built property there without the permission from the government. Tell me, how do you expect the government not to come for those for such investors? So haven't shown you the reason for the demolition. Let's look at some of the things that you can do as an investor to avoid the demolition of your property in the nearest future. So the very first thing to do to avoid the demolition of your property as an investor is to ensure that you do your due diligence. You have to fact check the property that you are looking forward to buy, the documents regarding that property that you are looking forward to buy. You have to go to Alausa, the Surveyor General office. You can get your personal lawyer to fact check that property, the documents, to verify those property, to verify the documents regarding the property that you want to buy. Do your due diligence. The physical thing you must do to avoid your property being demolished is to avoid doing a one-man business. You have to buy that property from a reputable and a reliable real estate company that is well grounded, a company that knows what they are doing. You should not just buy a property just like you going to market to buy a cloth, because that one you can do it as a man-to-man business just like that. But when it comes to buying a real estate, you cannot do a one-man business just like that and expect that property to be yours without any issue. That is why most of the properties that tend to be having issue are those properties that people tend to buy from or money left from one person, that one baba that say, oh, I have property to sell, without verification. You just buy. So to avoid your property being demolished in the nearest future, you have to avoid doing a one-man business and then buy property through a real estate company that is reliable. So that is the second thing you should do to avoid your property being demolished. The third thing you need to do to avoid your property being demolished is to ensure that you don't buy a property based on its affordability. Some people tend to buy property out of emotion. Oh, that property is too cheap, let me quickly buy it. Most of those properties that people are selling as distress sales, like, oh, I need money now, that's why I'm selling it, it has no issue, this property has no issue, it's just that I have an emergency that I'm selling it. There are some hidden issues in such properties. That is why mostly those houses that people used to like build and then put them on sales, like say I just built this property, I want to sell it. Some people tend to build the house on the property, on the land that they know that land has problem, but because of the fact that they are not the one going to be staying in that house, they just build that house on an illegal property. They build the house and then sell it off. You that have bought that property from them, you are going to be the one to suffer the consequence that they have started for you. So you should not buy a property out of emotion. You don't have to buy based on the affordability of the property. Another thing you must do to avoid your property being demolished by the government is to ensure that you study the geographical planning of the location that you are looking for to buy the property. Study the planning, the government plan for that location. Know what the government is intending to do in that location that you want to buy that property. And if it is house that you want to buy, go through the government permits that the people that built that property have. Go through their document to know that the document don't have issues. Check whether they have the permit. Check whether the documents are in alignment with the government plan, because when it happens, you are going to lose your money and also lose your peace of mind. So to avoid that, you have to ensure that you get everything right from the starting point of buying that property. I know that there are some risks attached to buying a property. You cannot get everything right, but at least there are some issues that you can avoid by doing your thorough fact checking regarding that property that you want to buy, by doing everything possible to avoid having the issue. I'm not in the mind of everyone in the government house, but based on the finding that I've done as a real estate consultant, I can tell you that the demolitions that are ongoing were legally done. And by you following the right part in buying your properties, you're not going to have the same issue. So don't let the fact that someone has burnt his fingers stop you from trying to maximize your own income. Don't let that stop you from trying to create and sustain your own wealth, because every investment has risk. So those are the things that I want you to know regarding the demolition in Lagos State, and how you can avoid that as an investor or someone that is looking forward to go on the real estate investment journey in Lagos State. If you have gotten any value from what I have shared with you, then ensure to subscribe to this channel for more updates, and also share this video with someone that needs to hear this, and as well like and comment on this video, so that this video can be showcased to as many people as possible. So thank you, until next time, peace.